So roughly, I want to say about a year and a half ago, it seems as though everybody hated the Confederate battle flag, and it had a lot to do with this guy, a guy by the name of Dylan Roof. And what's interesting is that everyone began to hate the battle flag because of a couple few pictures of this guy and what he'd done. Now, to be quite honest, what he had done was obviously wrong. I don't think anybody needs to come out and declare that. I think it's pretty obvious. But the sad thing is that a lot of people began to get the idea that you can give in to people and that they're going to be satisfied, they're going to be happy. But the truth of the matter is we've gone from thinking that this is bad to thinking that not only is it bad and what this man had done and that we have to ban this thing, but to the point we also now say things as silly as the American flag is racist, a piece of cloth that nobody fights for. And this is Shannon Sharpe. He's a man that has quite the platform to be able to discuss and talk about things like that. And guy I used to look up to. I used to be a huge football fan. That's really kind of what's started, I guess you could say, kick-started my last few videos. And it's one of those situations where this guy, I don't even know what to say. It just really is sad because the truth is what happens if you destroy the roots of a tree? Well, it dies. And we have got to begin to remember our history. And in so doing, we begin to see the value of the flag. The truth of the matter is, we don't love America because she is great. She is great because we love her. Whenever you love something, you take care of it, you care for it, you nurture it. It's just like, say, if you were to go into your garden, plant some roses, flowers, something like that. If you just plant them out there and forget about them, obviously you didn't take into consideration that you have to apply yourself more than just planting the flower. You have to tend to it. You have to weed it. You have to make sure it's got plenty of water, maybe fertilizer, whatever. And the thing is whenever you look at the American flag, you've got to recognize that every one of us has the option to either view the American flag in the way of respect and admiration and hoping of what can be, but then you have people like him who's basically saying, no, it's nothing but racist. Now, that's part of a whole interview, and to be honest, I didn't have time to watch the whole interview, but just from the little snippets I did see, that's the impression I get that this man's wanting to make. And I'm going to assume that's right, because the truth is, there's not a whole lot out there saying otherwise from his side. The distinction is that a lot of these people are just trying to drive a wedge within American society. And this is the next thing that they're going to pick a fight over. That's what it comes down to. This is the next thing. The NFL, it's actually just a side product of what's really going on. And I mentioned it last time. The real problem is cultural Marxism. It has got nasty tentacles that just go into everything and wants to begin to infect everything and does nothing but divide. And this particular piece right here, Shannon Sharpe, the American flag is racist, piece of cloth nobody fights for, is part of the problem. It's to be honest, it's a symptom of the problem, but it's a part of the problem. I came across this video not too long ago, shared by Hypocrite, and basically to kind of sum up the last little bit that's been skipped over, what you have is you have a white man who's basically going out and protesting and helping as he sees fit. And I'm going to pick it up from right there.
You're pathetic. You should write your credentials on a giant board for us.
You're still white. You're still responsible. This is your fault. You're inherently racist.
That sums up their position to the T. The reality is a lot of us are football fans, and a lot of us love the NFL. But the truth is the NFL doesn't love us back, and they've bought into this kind of thought. And we need to go from being not just from being not a fan to active opposition. We must push back, and the reason we must push back is actually pretty simple. Share a couple of these with you. This one right here, now fully leftist. It's the Antifa flag. Just think about that. Let that soak in for a moment. What you're really seeing is this is in fact Marxism. Cultural Marxism has infected even the NFL. I love this one. Today, of course, there was a shooting over in Las Vegas. And I found this screen cap, and I'm like, you've got to be kidding me. Lots of white Trump supporters in Las Vegas at Route 21 watching Jason Aldean. Pray only Trump tards died. Hashtag pray for Vegas. Wow. Wow. And of course, this one. Melbourne, Antifa, Melbourne, Australia, if I remember correctly. I actually looked it up and it's been removed from their Facebook page. It says one of the comrades from our Las Vegas branch has made these fascist Trump supporting dogs pay. It's the kind of people we're dealing with. Another Antifa Nashville. We warned you, hashtag revolution. They're talking about in November wanting to create a revolution. And like I said, this is about cultural Marxism. It's not just about what the football league is doing. It's not just about Shannon Sharpe saying that the flag is racist. It's cultural Marxism. It's wanting to infect the whole society, the whole culture. One last picture I want to share with you. Good old Sean King. The wisdom of this man amazes me. Talcum X it out again. Only American can whiteness prevent the man from who conducted the deadliest mass shooting in American history be called a terrorist. Wow. Yeah. And just one last picture. And some of you might think it's a little out of context, but let me explain. This picture, if you ever go and do a Google search of, Google searches, just go search European people art and you'll know everything you need to know about Google. But anyways, this particular one is a photo regarding the Ukraine sniper from about, I want to say 2014, 2015. The man who shot and fired in Las Vegas. A lot of it's really up there in the air right now, what his motives were, things like that. But he was very much set up like a sniper of all things. And you've got Antifa calling for revolution in the streets in the next month, 2 months. And what you have taking place is this is basically a sniper type setup. And what's interesting is if you go back and you look at the Ukrainian crisis, this sniper event began to change a lot of public opinion and began to change a lot of what happened there. And these type of things happen for revolutionary reasons. It's not just something happening. It was intended to be inflicted on the public, just like what happened in Las Vegas. Now, a lot of people are thinking, Wes, how are you going from the NFL and its stupidity to this? It's all about cultural Marxism. It is all about how they can't leave well enough alone. The thing is, you cannot keep bribing those who are violent against you and think that it's going to make them happy. It's like a drug, and they are addicts, and they want more and more and more. We must push back, and it's not just pushing back against the NFL. We must begin to realize we are in fact part of a culture war. With all that being said, I'm not gonna lie, I'm a little hesitant on uploading this particular video. The reason being is in my last video I got quite a few views for me, and I'm not really a video maker, but I really enjoyed it. I enjoyed interacting with people, being able to create it. But very, very likely soon I probably will create a separate YouTube channel for this type of work. And I think it's a bit necessary just to be able to keep my own personal one, and do this one with that. With that all being said, I hope you enjoy your day, and I hope that this really begins to help wake up some people as to what's really going on. Like I said, a lot of people think I'm really jumping from one end to the other, but the truth is that they're all symptoms of the same problem. They're all symptoms of the same sickness.